It's weird how many roguelites that I actually started playing in these recent months. And it's weird how different they can actually be. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing, well, twin stick roguelike asteroids-like game. That was pretty difficult to pen genre-wise, and the game is called Nova Drift. And we're going to be deciding whether it is worth it to buy right now or not. So without further ado, let's just get it started. And as always, as with every other video that we do on this channel, I'm going to be giving you the answer right away to not waste any more of your time and just to tell you whether it is worth it or not. And the answer is yes. If you like the games of this genre and if you're familiar with this genre, then Nova Drift is pretty cool and pretty amazing game and will give you quite a lot of fun. Well, at least for the price it is asking for, which is pretty low. But now let's get into the details. And yeah, by the way, if you don't want to miss any of our future reviews, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps me a lot. Thanks in advance. Now, Nova Drift. So, what even is a Nova Drift? To be fair, genre-wise, if you compare it to any games that is more or less familiar to everyone, it's more close to Geometry Wars. You have played it back in Xbox 360 days, and Asteroids, which is, well, pretty old game. I have no idea if I ever played it. And basically it's a twin stick shooter where you're playing in a limited 2D plane, and your goal is control spaceship and, well, kill everyone that is trying to kill you. It's as simple premise as it can get. You're moving this spaceship anywhere that you want in this 3D plane, and when you go to the edge, you are appearing on the other edge. So basically you're not risking hitting the edges and dying, like for example in a Snake game. The game has very flashy neon color, quite amazing visuals, and great soundtrack. Judging that, I think that this game was actually made by only one guy, and which is simply amazing. And the gameplay wise, it's not your ordinary just shoot everyone until you die. The game has very interesting upgrade system, which is taking to kind of like a roguelike territory. Every time you level up, you have a choice of an upgrade. You can either upgrade your weapons, you can upgrade your shields, or you can upgrade your ship's hull. And each and every single upgrade transforms your gameplay pretty significantly. And it even transforms your ship in its entirety. Like for example, if you upgrade a shield in a certain way, you will create a certain field around you in addition to your shield, which will start destroying anyone who will get into your, well, territory. Or if you upgrade your ship, you can actually gain a few repair drones that will repair you and attack your enemies. Or if you upgrade your weapons, you can have some kind of, well, space lightsaber, that's what I want to call it, that has very limited range of attack but fires constantly. Or you can have an octopus weapon that I call it, and which fires in all the directions in front of you, but yeah, but does not have big range. Or you can just have very simple, straightforward pew-pew shooters that will just shoot regular rounds, and with an upgrade it can allow you to either spread it or either focus it or change its power or speed. It's very straightforward, but on each level you have a different upgrades, and you also have an ability to re-roll your upgrades to, well, have a different choice and different builds that suit your needs. Enemy variety is quite big as well, and well, your goal is to survive for as long as possible. And where roguelike elements starts creeping in, well, after each run you should unlock additional pool of weapons and upgrades, and well, in the next run you actually have more choice and more capabilities. Plus, between each run you can actually add different kind of modifiers, like making yourself weaker or stronger, or making your enemy stronger, or a bunch of different other smaller modifiers. And overall this game is, well, pretty straightforward, and there is like nothing out of the ordinary that you will not see in any other games, but it's done in a way that makes it very beautiful and very coherent. And because of all, this game does not have a lot of downsides, except for two, which is the controls and UI, and those are pretty big downsides. And first is control. You basically can control either with your keyboard or just with your mouse. You actually don't need to do anything except for using your mouse. And with your mouse, basically whatever your mouse is pointing will be your direction, and one of your clicks will be your boost, or basically movement, and another click will be fire if you have a weapon that does not automatically fire. And this is kinda weird, and because of this, you're always kinda like sliding all around the screen, which makes it a bit jarring and weird to control. The same is done with the keys as well. Your arrows are controlling your direction, and A and S keys are controlling your acceleration and fire, which is again pretty weird. And another thing that I didn't like is the game's, well, tutorial, which you don't have. Well, you do have technically, but it's only a small, well, text on a screen that you can just read, and that's actually not okay. I understand that this game is not made by a large team, but still just a little tutorial level would have been better. And because of this, well, downsides, when I started playing this game first time, I kind of didn't like it and thought that this was, well, not a good game. Thankfully, I decided to give it another chance, and on second and third try, game actually opened up and it became pretty fun, even though my controls are still all over the place. But okay, game is cool, game is straightforward, game is actually very fun, but how much does it cost? Game is available on Steam for the base price of $14.99 for tier 1 countries and $8.49 for tier 2 countries, and it can go as low as $7.49 for tier 1 countries and $4.24 for tier 2 countries. So, as you can understand, game is, well, not as expensive even on its fullest price, and game is very often on a sale. And what is the best thing about that? The game has been out for around 3 years, and it was in early access for a pretty large amount of this time. The game is getting constantly updated, and game is getting better and better and better and better, and most likely, if you don't like the things that you are seeing right now in the game, it will most likely be fixed in near future, which is pretty commendable and pretty amazing. So let's now go to the verdict. Is this game actually worth it for those prices that developer is actually asking? And the answer is, well, yes. If you like twin-stick shooters like this one with the roguelike elements, then yes, you're going to enjoy this game even for the full price. However, if you are not familiar with this genre and you have no idea what this is and whether you will enjoy it or not, well, this game is still worth it on sale as well. Game is pretty fun and pretty interesting, and you are gonna find a lot of enjoyment. Just understand that, you just need to expect that this is very simple and straightforward game. You're expecting some kind of amazing story and amazing visuals, which this game actually has, but something that is insane and like, if you expect something that Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be, then of course it's not that, but with the appropriate expectations, this game will surprise you. And yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun. And this will be it for today. Thanks for being here with me. Let me know in the comments down below if you have ever played twin-stick shooters like this one and which one was your favorite, or rather twin-stick shooters with the roguelike elements. That will probably be the most appropriate one. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for being here with me. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'm gonna see you in next one. See ya.